I didn't kill any dogs though. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed on the YouTube. It really means a lot. Eric was asking what's wrong with my voice. I offered to fix his speakers too. Cool Hand, he's another George Michael fan. This is a tarantula in its natural habitat, giggling a lot. Cease again said he abused his wife by making her watch my video. Low-Tech still has a cool cat picture. He saved my life once. Low-Tech, not the cat. Bronson was speechless. That's a rarity. Ooh, nice. I think there's someone sitting in it. This is force-fed. He wasn't force-fed my video. Overdrive watched the whole flick, even with his ADD. Iron Horse is like the spider whisperer. Then this guy showed up. He said Kevin had a big head. Kevin, I know where he lives. Then he said pick a random person to ban from the internet. I chose this guy. I didn't know he owned the whole internet though. We'll never have to hear from him again. This is the relay to my thermostat. It's really hot in here. I took this off my furnace because the squirrel cage fan acted funny right away this season. I dropped it and now it's bent. The wire broke. Oh, where was that? I'm going to need help rewiring this. And now it probably still works, but I have a broken thermostat wire. It was mounted right there. I removed the relay and just bypassed everything so I could plug it in and out as I need to. However, I got lazier and lazier and quit plugging it in and out. I really just need to get it fixed. I have new thermostats now. Now, I didn't take any pictures of the wiring before I removed it. Now I don't know how to rewire it. My biggest fear, I just don't remember where this brown wire goes. I have this relay. I can figure out the black and white ones on both sides. I know where the red one goes. It's the brown one that has me a little bit nervous. I'll get a close-up here. I'm probably not going to get to this too soon unless someone gives me a hand. There's no real identifiable markings on this relay, but maybe they are pretty standard. And then I got to figure out where that broken wire came off of. That shouldn't be too difficult. So I've just been plugging my furnace in and out a couple times a day, getting lazy about it. The reason why I just need the fan to turn on and off is that I have an outdoor boiler. It's constantly circulating 195 degree water. So I just need the fan to kick on and off. I'm gonna plug in my furnace to see how many amps it draws. Alright, it drew up to 5 amps. And it runs at 3 1/3. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again because I wanna see that start amperage. Alright, so it almost hit 5 amps, 337 watts. I own a lot of timers. So, these aren't all of them. These are probably most of them. This one's pretty modern. I don't remember why I bought this one. It looks like it was set to be on between 1 a.m. and 10 p.m. I don't know why I would want something to run from 1 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's probably set to turn on at 9 p.m. and turn off at 9 a.m. I don't remember buying this, but I do remember buying it. Garage sale, turning on at 6 p.m., turn off at 12 a.m. or 11:30. So someone probably traveled. They wanted their lights to look like they were home. I think both of them was for my grandpa. Maybe. It's kind of messed up. My grandpa would travel to Florida. One year I was old enough to drive. My grandpa was like, "Hey, feed my dog while I'm in Florida for a couple weeks." Yeah, for a few days. This shows how I was the worst grandchild in the world. I fed the dog for like 4 or 5 days, and then a week went by. I was like, "Oh crap, I haven't fed the dog." Grandpa was gonna be home, say Monday. Sunday night, I remembered I haven't fed that dog for a week. I drove out there. The dog's name was Jake. It survived. I showed up and I fed the dog. It was still alive. I think the neighbors heard it howling. The neighbors knew where the food was. The dog was fed. My grandparents are no longer around. I can share that story. He used timers to turn his lights off and on in his house. So I guess it looked like he was actually home when he was actually in Florida. It looked healthy. It didn't look eager or anything. Someone took care of the dog. It wasn't me. It wasn't hurting and angry, and I lucked out. It was a good dog. Grandpa kept it for years. He wouldn't have kept a dog he didn't like. That was the first time I ever was introduced to timers. I thought they were only good for people that went to Florida. I didn't kill any dogs though. I'm glad I got that off my chest. But I use timers all the time, and I've used one on a sump pump. I'm using one on my furnace. So this will be my solution. This will allow 15 amps max, and I won't even be using 25% of the wattage. I'm just going to have my furnace turn off until I can, I've had this for years, until I take time to learn about that relay, or maybe someone smarter than the Yahoo will give me an answer if they see my video. I'm just going to set the furnace up to run every 15 minutes on and off. That'd be 25%. That'd be half the run time been running here the past few hours. I hope this helps. At least once the room gets up to a decent temperature, 84 degrees. That's pretty crazy. The furnace will run every 15 minutes. The timer is on. Oh, I can just bypass it there. That's good. I had this for years running a sump pump. I just had a low corner with the surface sump pump. And so I had just had this run for 15 minutes every morning at 5 a.m. Went through a few sump pumps in 7 years because 15 minutes is way too long for what little water would come in during different seasons of that old basement. 330 watts at up to 5 amps. This has seen better days. When I redo this whole furnace, this whole squirrel cage fan needs replaced next summer. Hey, that's going to work out. That's going to be perfect. Hangs naturally. Oh, I didn't think it was polarized for some reason. Finagle that. Romex. Here we go. Oh, hey. I don't want it on right now. It's still 75 degrees. When the squirrel cage fan runs cold, it has problems. It's banging. Once it warms up, I still got to redo that whole solution. This is a pretty okay solution. I'd really like to get the relay back on. I got a couple new thermostats that allow me to operate below 40 degrees. It only operates no lower than 40 degrees. That'll be fun to hook up. Let's go take a walk in the neighbor's yard, buddy.